Final home league game of the season, sponsored by Ogilvy Fleet. Steeler Dan, the man inside, Craig Jarvis, was to retire after 21 years and a game against the Belfast Giants that to many didn't really have a lot of meaning. Perhaps not a lot expected. This was to be a feisty one from the start to the middle to the very, very end. It started off as well with the Sheffield Steelers getting off to a terrific beginning. Ferguson, LeGuy and Jonathan Phillips combining, and what a nice finish this is from Simon Ferguson. He's becoming a crowd favourite at the arena. 3:42 in, the Steelers led by 1-0. As I say, a feisty one, and Ferguson was to be right in the middle of everything that happened all night. He fires through the screen of Sandrock. Zemlak can't get to it, replacing Stephen Murphy in goal for the game. This was an interesting one. Michael Hicks and Doug Christensen didn't have the best of relationships. Not one, not two, but three bench minor penalty misconducts for throwing water bottles, sticks, and for the equipment guy getting involved in a scuffle as well. Here we go. Ferguson coming back to the bench. The equipment guy gets involved. The Giants get involved. Big Doug gets involved. And another misconduct. Poor old Michael Hicks thought he was in for an easy night. Not half of it. Sheffield Steelers giveaway. Penalty against Gertson. That was at 21:08 as he made his way into the penalty box. And on the power play, a lovely solo effort coming here from Kevin Surrett. Somehow, Phillips and Roberts both picked up an assist on this goal. But I think really Surrett should have got the goal and the assist, and the second assist. And if there'd have been a third one as well. Individual effort, super play. He tied the game at 23:06 with just 2 seconds remaining on the Belfast Giants one-man advantage. We're tied at one apiece. The man who took that penalty to give the Giants the power play was to redeem himself. A super effort, a super solo effort as well. Steve Gertson, forehand, backhand. Zemlak went with the poke check. Gertson had him beat, all ends up. Steelers led 2-1 at 27:17. Watch Zemlak go with the poke check here as Gertie comes in, but he's too smart. He beats Zemlak and he shoots. You'll see it better from this angle, the poke check. Whoops. Taxi for Zemlak. And a nice finish from Stephen Gertson. Steelers led by 2-1. Steelers again though failing to clear the puck from behind their own goal, putting themselves into trouble here. Darryl Lloyd just overruns the defenseman and the puck pops out for Matt Toe to shoot and score. He ties it at 34:29, 5:31 remaining second period. Lloyd picked up an assist on Toe's goal, but we were tied at 2 apiece. Remember, the Giants needed to win this in regulation to win the EIHA Conference as well. They were coming at the Steelers with everything they'd got. Steelers on the power play, but Matt Stevenson loses control. Keith breaks away from him. Stevie pulls him down while Keithy made a bit of a meal of it. Then all of a sudden, everybody's diving in on top of everybody. And we had mayhem. It would result in Michael Hicks awarding a penalty shot for the Giants. It wasn't Keith that took it though, it was Noah Clark. He's going to go block on John DeCaro, and Big John gets a bit of it, but not enough of it. It trickles past him. The Giants led 3-2, 35-40, penalty shot, short-hander as well. Zemlak's happy. Clark's happy. The Giants are happy. Clark, the former NHLer, goes blocker, just gets underneath the armpit of Big John and just trickles over. The Steelers came late though. They threw everything at Zemlak. Interference on Frank, that wasn't called, but Frank on the goal he was. And here we go again, another mayhem. Danny Myers getting involved with Graham Walton. Linesman prevented that one going any further. But this was to go right the way to the very end. Bitterness between these two teams. Myers and Wally tried to throw a couple, but it wasn't to be. Still not over. Sheffield had late chances. Great late chances. 4 seconds when this one just bobbles off the stick. So the game would end, and we still haven't had the last bit of afters. A little bit there. And don't worry, there's still more to come. And this, they say, was a meaningless game to finish off a season, not to be. At least we'd all make up in the handshakes. Well, Adam Keefe, though, had better ideas and decided he didn't want to make up with Matt Stevenson and some of the guys. Good work, though, by Robbie Sandrock and Doug Christensen. They pulled Kiefer out of the lineup. Final score then, 3-2 to the Giants. Big presentation at the end of the night. Craig Jarvis, the man inside Steeler Dan, was retiring after 21 years service to the club. He started off a young man, not so young now, but what a great job. The Steelers presented Craig with a framed Steeler Dan shirt presented by Jonathan Phillips, and then the mask came off. Craig Jarvis, who also received lifetime season tickets for him and his family from the club. What a great servant he has been to the Sheffield Steelers. After the game, Steve Dowson caught up with head coach Ryan Finnerty for his thoughts.
Tough defeat tonight. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
I thought we dominated for the most part. A couple of bad bounces, one for the tying goal, and obviously the short-handed breakaway. You don't ever like to see that. The only negative I had was I thought our power play obviously wasn't clicking tonight, but the good news is usually when we have a bad night on the power play, we come back storming, so we've tended to do that all year. So take a lot of positives all night. I thought the guys battled hard, and I thought we pretty much dominated the game from start to finish, and they played with a bit of grit tonight, and for a game that literally didn't mean a whole lot, I thought the guys came out and put on a pretty good show.
Lots of goings on during each period, especially at the end of the game. What was your take on all the things that was happening on the Belfast bench?
It was a little ridiculous at the start. I mean, it was the Adam Keefe show, and then it was the Belfast Giants bench show, and we just wanted the game to flow. We were out playing them, and like I said, I probably would have liked to have seen some misconducts and some guys getting thrown out as opposed to 2-minute power plays because we weren't connecting on them. But I think it, like I said, that game now allows us to. We'd probably see them first if we get through to the final weekend. So I think there's some bad blood boiling between both teams, and I like that. I like our chances, and I think we'll match up well. We'll be ready for them if we see them again.